Welcome to the next video in the series, The ABCs of Conference Networking. My name is Thom Singer, and today we are up to the letter I. And the letter I is about being interested. Not necessarily leading with being interesting, but I meant being interested. If you are planning a meeting, you want to make sure that the people who show up and participate as part of your audience, that they are interested in each other. They're interested in learning. They're interested in finding out. If you have a whole audience of people who are trying to be interesting, talking about themselves, telling their stories, all of a sudden, you're not going to have the culture for connection that you want to have. Now, if you're going to be attending an event, I tell people to be interested in every single person that you meet. So often people show up at events and they're there because they want to network. They want to learn something. They want to make connections that are going to help them advance their career. So they memorize some sort of quippy elevator pitch that makes them sound really interesting. And every time they meet somebody, they flick a switch in their back and start reciting who they are and what they do so well. But that's not how networking really works. Networking really works when you ask questions about the other person. When you're interested in who they are as a person, not just where they work or how much money they make, but you're interested in who they are at the level of their soul. That's when the real magic happens at an event. So if you're going to show up and meet people, yes, you probably should know when it's your turn to talk, how to clearly and concisely tell people who you are and what you do so well. But don't lead with that. Instead, lead with being interested in the other person. And I mean this about not prejudging. So often people look at where someone works, or they decide based on their age. Maybe they're too young, or heck, maybe they're too old, or maybe it's some other reason that they just discredit the person, their job title or something like that. But you really have no idea who can be the conduit who's going to help you find more success. When you attend an in-person conference in your industry, you don't really know who is there, maybe who somebody else knows. So therefore, be interested in every single person that you meet. Ask a lot of questions. One of the best questions you can ask is you can ask people, what's your biggest challenge? And I'll tell you what, if you ask people about their biggest challenge, some of them will tell you. And sometimes that challenge is far beyond anything you can do to help them. It's out of your area of expertise. And you just sort of look at them and go, wow, that's a big one. Good luck with that. However, I find about 1 in 7, 1 in 10 times that I ask somebody, what's your biggest challenge? They'll tell me, and I actually know how to solve that challenge. Either I've been through it myself, or it's something that I have an expertise in, or I know somebody that they can hire or work with to get to that next level. But when you're interested in who people are and what they're trying to accomplish and what brings them success, all of a sudden, they become more interested in you. The more interested you are in the other person, oftentimes, the more interesting you become. If you're trying too hard to be interesting and to impress, a lot of people go, and they go the other way. But be interested in who these people are, why they came to the conference, and look for ways that you can help them. Go back and see the last video, because H is for helping others. If you want to be successful at networking, you can't make the entire journey all about yourself. It has to be about other people. Because when you meet somebody else for the first time, they're not really that interested in you. Do you know who they're interested in? Yeah, themselves. So therefore, ask them a lot of questions. Find out beyond just where they work and what they do. Find out who they are, what their hobbies are. Ask people about their family. Ask them about any vacations that they took. Get people to open up and share, and you're going to have much more success in building relationships and turning that event that you've attended into something that has a real ROI, because all opportunities in life come from people. And if we prejudge the people, we are leaving a lot of people out. Go in and be interested. Learn about people. Now, the flip side is not everyone you meet are you going to have this total love connection with. And you know what? That's fine. You're not going to like everybody. Some of the people aren't going to like you. But what I have found is that everybody has something about them that is fascinating. And the more questions you ask, the more interested you are in them, the more chance, even if you never do business together, even if you don't keep in touch with them, the more chance you're going to walk away and go, wow, she was really cool. Or, hey, I can't believe he had done all those things. So take an interest in others. And even if it's not leading to better networking, it's going to lead to being more fun because you're going to find out a lot of things. But I'll tell you what, the truth is, it's going to lead to better networking. If you like this video, go ahead and like this channel on YouTube and go back and watch all the other videos in this series, The ABCs of Conference Networking. We're going to go all the way to Z, so make sure you leave a comment. You can reach out to me at tom@thomsinger.com. Tell me what else you would like to hear. If you're planning a conference, I would love to talk to you about how together maybe we can make it a place that has this entire vibe about connection, because people are coming to events. People are coming to events to network. We proved during the whole pandemic, we proved that we can deliver the content, the learning via Zoom and other online platforms. However, it is actually the networking that is what makes live events rock. It's what makes live events awesome. So that's where I challenge you. Let's work together and see if we can find a way to make your event the best conference ever.